My son's bike disappeared. I noticed the space before I noticed the absence. The driveway looked wider that afternoon, empty in a way that felt accidental, like something had rolled away and would come back on its own. I stood there longer than necessary, staring at the oil stain beneath where the bike used to rest. My son's bike. Blue frame, a scratch near the handlebar from when he misjudged the gate last summer. I walked inside and asked him gently, "Did you move your bike?" He looked up from the table. "Uncle took it." That was it. No outrage. No confusion. Just information. My brother arrived later, carrying that loose confidence he's always had, the kind that assumes agreement before it's given. I asked him about it. Calmly. "Oh," he said, waving it off. "My son needed it more. Yours had already served its purpose." They laughed, he and his wife, not cruelly, just comfortably, like it was practical. Logical. I didn't laugh. I've spent most of my life being the reasonable one. The one who keeps peace. The one who understands circumstances. Growing up, it was always small things. My toys shared without asking, my plans adjusted, my patience expected. I became fluent in swallowing things, so I stood there, nodded once, and said nothing. That silence followed me home. My son didn't argue either. He just went to his room, closed the door softly. I waited for anger, for frustration, for the slamming of something, nothing. And that unsettled me more than shouting would have. Because, if I let this stand, I wasn't just losing a bike. I was teaching him something about what we accept, about who we are allowed to be. I didn't call my brother again. Instead, I made a different call. It took an hour to track down the man who had bought it. My brother had sold it quickly, cheap, from what I gathered. I met the buyer in a parking lot 2 neighborhoods over. I didn't argue price. I didn't negotiate. I paid cash. He shrugged when he handed it back. Didn't know it was a family thing. Neither did I thought. I wheeled it into our driveway that evening. Same oil stain. Same scratch on the handlebar. I didn't announce it. I didn't tell my son right away. I just set it back where it belonged. He saw it from the kitchen window. He didn't say anything either. But his shoulders shifted. Slightly straighter. The next day we had a family lunch. My brother arrived with that same casual grin, already mid-story about something trivial. He stepped out of his car, turned toward the house, and saw the bike, not hidden, not showcased, just there. His smile faltered first, then disappeared. He looked at me. I held his gaze, calm, steady. "You bought it back?" he asked.
"Yes."
A pause. "I already sold it."
"I know."
There were others around us now, our parents, his wife. My son standing near the door. Witnesses have a way of clarifying things. "If something is needed," I said evenly, "we can talk about it." We don't take. No anger. No raised voice. Just a boundary spoken aloud. For a second, I saw something in his face I hadn't seen before, not guilt exactly, but recalculation. The easy assumption was gone. The laughter from 2 days ago had nowhere to land. No one argued. The lunch went on. Slightly stiffer. Slightly quieter. Later, when they left, my brother didn't joke as he usually does. He didn't clap my shoulder. He nodded once. Controlled. It wasn't dramatic. There was no apology, no confrontation scene, no resolution speech. But something had shifted. That evening, my son asked, "You didn't fight with Uncle?" "No." He nodded as if filing that away. The driveway looks normal again now. The bike rests where it should, but it feels different to me. I don't feel victorious. I don't feel triumphant. I feel steadier. For the first time in a long time, I didn't swallow it. I didn't escalate either. I simply corrected it. And the laughter hasn't returned.